Devil dick.
It is hot.
Yes, it is hot. It's hot as hell for no reason. Like, and since I live on the top floor, heat rises.
Mm-hmm.
So my room is just like literally scorching, and I just hate it. Oh, you see my haircut?
Yes. So long to the trade. So long.
She's fresh and pristine again, darling.
Fresh and clean. Fresh and clean.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Devin Hour. I'm your host, Devin. Macy's here again, and we are here to review RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 5, episode 4.
4? Question mark? I think 4.
Episode 4.
Yep.
You know what? I feel like every season of Drag Race, including like regular seasons, just need to have 10 queens on there.
Right, because since they switch up so much, it's like, okay, I can't keep track how many queens left. So now I'm like, what episode are we on? Because it seems like so many queens are going already.
It
when
does.
In reality, it's really not that many. So
because you remember the UK season, how they only had like 10 queens, and that shit felt like it took forever, but it was like like 7 episodes or something.
Right. Yeah.
And last season they had season 11 they had 15 fucking queens on there.
I know, and it's like we say every episode, RuPaul just makes the rules as he goes. It is no rhyme or reason at this point. It is just whatever floating by the seat of his pants. He's like, you know what, this season we're gonna do this. So,
right. So first we're gonna get into Shay. They come back from their elimination and they start discussing like who voted for who. Come to find out, Shay had 2 votes and India had 1, and the rest were for Mariah. Shay was like, who voted for me?
Right.
Mayhem was the first one to speak up and said, I voted for you because you're competition. Alexis Alexis was like, well, I felt like India did better than you. So,
which is okay. First, how do we feel about that? Because I'm sitting here trying to think like, okay, what challenge was this? This was the hotel challenge, right?
Yes.
How did India do better than Shay, and India had 1 line?
I felt like what Alexis should have just said was, I'm not voting for my season 3 queens.
Right. Don't say that, I thought India did better, because she had 1 line. Like, it was the little golden shower bit, and that was it. So how could you say that that 1 line was better than Shay's whole performance? Like, yes, we know Shay struggled a little bit, but that was dragging it, saying that India's 1 line was better than her whole performance.
Yeah, I thought that she wasn't telling the truth. I felt like she should have just said, right, I wasn't voting for Mariah India because we have that history together. And also, you're competition, and I want you out.
Right.
So
right, just say what it is, because we all know as the viewers that it was not because we thought India was better, because we all know that she was not.
She wasn't.
So girl, just say what it is.
Exactly. So then we move on from that. We go there the next day. Then RuPaul comes out. I love RuPaul's suits. I love their suit. I just need the same energy for the runway.
Please. If you could look so good coming into literally the workroom to just talk, like, why is it when you come to the runway, it's like, girl, what is that? Like, what is that?
We're going to get into it because I'm pissed. I've had enough.
Oh, I've been had enough 3 episodes ago, to be quite frank.
So RuPaul comes out, and the challenge for this week is SheMZ, which I thought was very interesting. And I was like, okay, there's some hope for this. But we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
And then once again, here goes these random pickings of the teams. They're not picking, like, the queens themselves are not able to pick who they want. RuPaul and the production is picking, which I'm like, okay, now this shit is getting too overproduced.
Right. And I've been saying that. Like, what is the issue with letting the girls pick their teammate? Because then it's like, okay, if you pick your teammate and then y'all fuck up, it's like, girl, you picked it. It wasn't just like random, like, oh, I have to work with her, So yeah, it's getting a little too produced for me.
Yeah, you could tell the producers are working extra hard this fucking season because look at who they paired up, right? They paired up
because
Shay and Alexis. They don't care for each other.
Right. Shady.
Right. And then we have Juju, Cracker, and Blaire. And you know Blaire and Cracker have been having like real iffy moments this past couple of weeks.
Right. And haven't they already been in like 2 challenges together already?
Right, yeah.
So
and then,
it's like, why do y'all keep doing that?
And then they pair up Mayhem and India, knowing that they're the weakest out of the bunch.
So, exactly. So it's just like, was the production doing this like strategy-wise? Like, we know who to put together. Or was it literally just like, okay, we're just going to put them in a hat and pick out the names and that's who it is? Like, no. Y'all know the way that y'all did that was like, each group is very like, okay, this is going on here.
Yeah.
These girls got this, so.
Yeah, it was very, very weird. Just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Either way, so they get to the teams or whatever. Alexis and Shay, they're throwing shade at each other, and I'm living for every single moment of it. I love it. It's very much, I don't know if you watch Dynasty. No, you probably have never watched Dynasty. But there's these, the older seasons, like back in the 80s, there's these 2 lovely ladies on there who can't fucking stand each other and will shade each other down at every single second that they can. And I love, actually, okay, the production, y'all working hard, but I live for this moment. Y'all were smart with this.
Right. I was about to say, now that was smart, especially since, I mean, of course it probably wasn't planned, or maybe it was, but since what happened last week, and it's like, girl, we know she voted for her, so let's put them together. They're going to be perfect at being shady at each other because it's actual shade. Like, it's not like they just making up stuff. Like, no, like, girl, I'm serious. Like, this is real shade.
Right.
So I was living for it.
Then we move on to, well, I'm going to just pay India and Mayhem because they really wasn't saying much to me. But no. Blaire and Cracker, they're going back and forth because apparently something Alexis said that was like trying to plot to get Cracker out.
Which also, I'm like, where did that come from? Talking about Blaire, I heard that you were like trying to like, get me out of the competition. I'm like, girl, what? Like,
because we would have seen the clip. They would have rolled the clip up really fast.
Right. So that's literally like production saying, okay, we want you to stir up some drama when y'all get in y'all groups. Because where did that even come from? Like, we didn't see any clips. We didn't hear any, none of that. So, girl, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah, it was weird. I was like, last week, they were over here booing and crying over DUIs and alcoholism and all the other shit.
And now this week, it's like, girl, I heard you were trying to get me out of the competition. Like, Cracker, just get out of your head. Like, that literally never happened. No one said that.
Right. And I wish Blaire would have just said that. Like, girl, nobody was talking about you.
Right. Like, I don't know where you got that from, but girl, no.
And Juju's in between these two looking at them like,
Right. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to let y'all handle that.
Right. I said, I rewatched season 2. And Jujubee Spectacular should always be on reality television. Always. I think she's one of the few older queens that can actually like blend in with like the newer season queens.
Yeah, she definitely can, because honestly, I haven't even really been looking at her like an older queen, because she blends in so well with the newer queens in comparison to like Mariah or like India. Like, Juju was like right in their element. So
yep, I love Juju so much. That bitch is so fucking funny. So I guess we could go straight into the challenge. And I thought this challenge was absolutely just horrid.
So I guess I should start by saying this, that I don't watch TMZ.
Okay.
So at first I didn't really get the reference as to why they were all in boy drag and they were like talking. I'm like, I didn't understand that. But then I was like, okay, maybe the TMZ hosts talk about something before the clip comes up. So I was like, okay, maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
So what they do is they have there's like, before they show every clip or before they tell every news story, there's like a whole staff room of employees like talking shit and just telling the host like, okay, this is what we found out this week and this is what we did research on. It's not as bro-y though. Like, there's not a lot of like dudes.
Right. I was wondering. I'm like, is it like that? Because that was very it was it was like cringeworthy for me.
Yeah,
It was too much.
there's a good amount of men in the room, but there's also a good amount of women in the room to offset the dude's bullshit.
Right.
So the only accurate thing that they really got correct was the fact that the host is a gay man. The host of TMZ is a more masculine gay man, though.
Right, and Carson will never be masculine, so they at least could have got Ross, even though he's not much more masculine than Carson. But I guess that was the best that they could do.
Or just get RuPaul.
Right, right. At the very least, not Carson's gay ass, because it was. I was cackling the whole time.
It was not working. It was not. So first first off, do you want to get into the boy looks? Because Cracker, Mayhem, and Juju had me shook.
Yeah, and then also Blaire literally looked like a 12-year-old boy. And then also his face was like still beat. So I was like, Blaire, where is the boy drag? Like, you put on that Ellen DeGeneres wig and was like, okay, here it is.
Blaire does not know how to butch it up for shit.
At all. Like, at all.
Shay is a hot dude.
Oh, definitely. Even when it's not even like, oh, like boy drag, it's just like the workroom. Like, I wouldn't necessarily call that boy drag, but the workroom, I'm like, yes, Shay, like always.
Shay looks good. Shay looks good. She got them teeth fixed.
Yes.
She got the skin cleared.
Yep.
Ooh.
See, that's what Shay got us doing, fucking up the mic.
So first was Alexis and Shay. And how did you feel about it?
So I think I kind of liked their improv because since we saw like at the beginning when they were like being shady to each other in the workroom, I think it kind of fit well together. Yeah. I do think that Alexis was overpowering Shay a little bit. Like she would be like cutting her off some. And I just think that you have to know how to do improv right. Like you have to let your other person talk and then bounce back and forth off of that. You can't just have the spotlight the whole time. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was funny when Shay got her wig pulled off and then had the kitty cat wig underneath.
Yep.
I thought it was cute.
I thought it was really good too. They really do know how to balance each other off. And the fact that they really don't fuck with each other makes it even better.
Made it even better, yeah.
So I thought it was good. I do agree with about Alexis though, because I don't think that she was really like listening. Every season they talk about if you're doing improv, you need to be a if and improver.
Yeah.
Right? You always need to have that and in your improv. But since I don't think Alexis is really like that. Like she just kind of moves to the beat of her own drum. And whatever's kind of like silly and stupid, she's just gonna do.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I think she definitely could do a little bit better at improv. But overall, it was good. It was a good connection between them. And it wasn't like all over the place. They like kept the same pace. And
yes, it was it was a story that was being told, right? So like, it's not like that fucking failure of a challenge that last season had with World's Worst. You remember that?
Do I?
You remember that was when Dahlia was the damn broccoli and Jada was the apple.
That was a shit show.
Yes, that was horrible because there was no story being told. Like they walked in and the next thing I knew that they were fighting. This one, there was like a story being told. You could tell that they really didn't fuck with each other. So that was lovely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was really good. I thought Shay was once again, I feel like Shay always carries whatever challenge she's in. She's always carrying her partner.
Yeah, she is. She definitely is.
Yeah. So Shay did a good job. Alexis was funny too. The next group was Blaire, Cracker, and Jujubee.
Which I feel like, okay, they tried to have a storyline with that too, but I think I got a little bit lost since it was 3 characters. It was kind of too much to keep up with. Blaire fell in the background after like the very beginning when they like introduced her part. After that, it was kind of like nothing. And like Cracker was like one of the main people going back and forth with Juju. Blaire kind of was like, okay. And then it was over for her. So.
Yeah. So I thought Blaire was pointless. Blaire could have not been there, and I don't think it really would have made a difference to the story.
Have at all.
But I do like Jujubee's and Miss Cracker's chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
What was their story? Their story was,
I think it was Juju was supposed to be Blaire's mom or something, and Blaire was some kind of like celebrity or something like that.
Oh, you know what this is? This is a parody of Old Girl from Full House. What was her? Do you remember what happened with her?
Wait, no, what happened?
So one of the ladies who was on Full House, she put her daughter through college. She bribed. She bribed the university to get her daughter in. Her daughter didn't even want to go to school. Her daughter just wanted to be a YouTuber.
That was kind of like a parody of that.
Yeah. So okay, I get it now. But where Cracker fit and when she's the one who got bribed?
Basically, yeah. I don't really know who exactly she was supposed to be, but she was the person that was like getting bribed for whatever they were doing. I don't know.
And I guess
I don't really know what her role was. I know that she was the person that was being bribed, but I don't know what type of person she was.
And so I guess that their connection came from them being romantically involved with each other.
But then I got confused by that. It was like, what is the story? I thought that it was Juju had bribed Cracker to get Blaire into whatever it was. But then it was like they were romantically involved. Was that in comparison to the Full House story? Like, I don't remember that. Did they just add that part in?
They probably just added that in.
Yeah, so that part lost me a little bit, but I think it was good when they were like slapping each other and stuff. That was funny. And they have like a good chemistry, but Blaire really didn't have to be there at all. Like, they could have told the story without her.
Yes, I think I liked Jujubee and Miss Cracker separately. Like with Shay and Alexis, I like their scene with them together. I like the harmony between those two. But Juju and Cracker, I feel like, they were funny together, but I think I like their performances individually rather than
me too. I agree.
So, I thought it was all right. But then we get to the worst one.
Literally the worst. Like, I couldn't even sit here and tell you what the plot was because I have no idea.
So, what it was, I guess Mayhem was on The Bachelorette, right? She's a former cast member of The Bachelorette, and she owns a boutique. India is somebody famous and went into Mayhem's boutique and started robbing her. And then as India was walking out, she got caught by CMZ.
Okay. They kind of just pulled that storyline out of their ass, honestly. Like, was that a real thing that happened?
I don't know. But
it's also just like,
I guess this is something that we skipped while Mayhem and India was talking. India was talking about how she was like, she got caught shoplifting before.
Right. But I'm hoping that it was based off of something and the people that know the reference are like, oh, okay, we get it. Because we're just sitting here like, girl, what was that?
So, okay, I thought at the beginning that they started off strong. Like, I thought it was funny with Mayhem and India. But then it fizzled out so fast because it was just so fucking dumb. Like, I understand comedy is dumb, but this was dumb.
Right. Yeah. And then it was just very strange to me. I don't know. I just didn't really follow it at all. Right. What was that? Like, I don't understand. Like, y'all, they just threw bits and pieces in there for nothing. Like, it was funny when the vase fell out. That was funny. But then after that, it was like, okay, now it's getting very weird.
Yes.
And I was just turned off by it. It was not for me.
I think Mayhem needs to retire. Oh,
what's going on out there?
Somebody sound like a race car. Anyways, I think Mayhem should just retire doing improv because she obviously don't know how to fucking do it.
Right, it's horrible. It is horrible. Girl, I understand that you had to do it for the challenge, but if you're gonna come back on All Stars and know that there's an improv challenge, I'm gonna need you to read up, do some practice runs, go to a theater group, something, because it was not it for me. Plus, I hated that wig. I hated it. I hated that wig. I hated it. It was horrible.
It's dreadful. Dreadful.
Putting
Oh my
kitty cat
God.
wigs to shame. Because that it was like spiky. Throw that in the trash. Throw that away.
I fucking hated it. I'm trying to figure out who can I compare that to. That hairdo's like Vivica A. Fox in the 90s type shit. Like,
right, yeah. She tried it, but it was not that. It was not that.
So yeah, outright just horrible. I thought that the commentary as them as dudes was funnier than the actual challenge itself.
Yeah, me too.
So we get to the workroom after the challenge. And Shay was like, damn, I actually had fun with Alexis today.
Right. She was like, that was actually really good. We had good chemistry. I'm still looking over my shoulder, girl.
Right.
But I know that we did good in this challenge, which, like we said, y'all were already being shady to each other anyway. So it really just fit perfectly. All y'all had to do was be yourselves, and that's how y'all did good.
Yeah. So I could kind of see like a Derek Barry, Bob the Drag Queen type relationship from them.
Yeah.
But like a little bit more nicer, but
yeah. Yeah.
Cause woo.
I know. Don't get us started on that.
So yeah. Blaire and Mayhem, they start talking about their experience with having a DUI. I remember Blaire's being exposed all over the internet. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, damn, Blaire.
I know, that was crazy. And it's also, I feel like Blaire has such a young face. So it's like, damn, when was this? Because if you look at Blaire, she literally looks like 19. Like,
yes, a child.
So it's like, if you got a DUI, when the hell was this? Like, how the hell old are you now if you got a DUI?
Right?
So yeah, I remember when that was like a big thing though, and it was just like crazy.
Mayhem says that she got a DUI. DUI? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
A DUI. She had a DUI twice, and both while she was in drag.
I know, which I feel like that has to be traumatizing. Like, she literally got arrested in drag, was in the holding cell in drag. Like, I could not imagine that. That had to be traumatizing.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh shit. They gave Mayhem all this sad storyline. So now that bitch is going home.
Period. Period.
Because
like,
they always do that.
I know. It's like, y'all set her up. Y'all set her ass up. Y'all want the fans to feel bad for this story that she's telling. And then later on, they're going to be like, Mayhem got the job.
I really feel like Mayhem's elimination was planned, but we're going to get into that. So here goes RuPaul walking down the runway. And when I tell you, I absolutely hate everything RuPaul has worn this whole entire season.
Literally every challenge, every runway has been horrendous. Every suit has been fantastic.
Yes.
Every runway, however, has been absolutely hard.
Just dreadful.
And at first I was about to say, I don't even remember what it was, but yes, I do. It was a big ass leather sleeve, and it was like leather dress on one side, but then it was like colorful fabric on the horrible.
It was really bad. And once again, right, we're going to say this every single week.
We're going to say it every single week until the finale, and we're going to say it at the finale too.
Yes.
Go with it. Like,
go with the theme. It's literally camouflage. I don't know why every single judge was not wearing camouflage.
Right. Like, and it's not even like it was this whole strategic challenge like last week when it was like 3-1. Yes, we still wish that you could have did a little something, but we understand that would have been a little bit more difficult, you know? Literally wear camouflage. Like, that's it. That's all. At least wear green. God damn it. Like, at least. At the very least. But we clearly see that it's never going to happen. Never.
They don't give a fuck about consistency, any
they
of that.
They don't care at all.
Cohesiveness, because honestly, it would have been so easy for RuPaul to get a nice camouflage dress or jumpsuit or some shit.
Right. Michelle Visage, I know you got some shit in your closet. You're from Jersey. I know you have camouflage.
I know she definitely has camo right next to the leopard.
Right. So come on now. And I feel like in previous seasons, Michelle would kind of go with the theme a little bit. Do you recall that?
I do too. And you know who else? When I was rewatching season 2, I remember RuPaul somewhat coinciding
Right.
her outfit with whatever the Queens was wearing, which I was like
why did we
yes.
stop doing that? Why?
She only did it one time last season with that fucking purple dress for that purple runway. But I'm like, I want to see you be consistent. You know how in America's Next Top Model, whenever Tyra would do a photo shoot, and before every photo shoot, you would see a picture of her that's similar to what the girls did that week?
Yes. What is so hard about it? What is so hard?
I'm worn out. So let's get into these looks. First, Jujubee comes out in like this camp counselor.
Not camp counselor. Not camp counselor.
She really does look like she was out camping. That she's like the huntsman's wife or something. Like the cape was gorgeous.
I liked it though. Yeah, I actually liked it. I think that it was very simple, but the way that she pulled it off made it look, I don't want to say elegant because it wasn't really elegant, but it made it work the way that she put everything together. Like the tan on the outside cape with the same exact camo dress and then the pops of red. I really liked it. It was simple, but she made it work.
I love the red wig. I do feel like there was a lot of red. Like the purse is red, the shoes is red. But I guess it's all coincides with each other. But I was like, But you know what? Yeah. Either way, it's a pass for Jujubee. They gave her this critique on the runway though, that they would like to see a little bit more from her. And that's how I always feel about Juju. Like she gives us something good, but I always want her to push it a little bit more.
Like she could have had like maybe some cute jewelry with it or something, or maybe
earrings,
earrings, even like a belt or something, as long as it looked right. Something to just bring it to the next level.
Yep. Then here comes Miss Cracker and this Ariana Grande realness, which is literally Ariana Grande, like
literally, like to the T. Everything, the hair, the outfit, the shoes, everything. Which, like, I thought it was cute. One thing that I don't really like is when queens try to recreate, like, celebrity looks. I don't really like that. It worked for Cracker in this instance. But, like, from last season when Jan had Ariana Grande as her, her opening look. Not her opening look, but, like, her red carpet or whatever. Yeah. I didn't like it. The wig was absolutely horrendous, for one. Like, I understand that you were trying to do the ponytail, but like the straight up brunette to blonde right away was not it for me.
No.
And yeah, like sometimes queens can pull it off, but sometimes they can't, especially when they try to pull off Kim Kardashian looks. It never works.
Never. It never does. Next comes out Blaire, and Blaire's looking like fucking Groot from what was it, Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes. On initial impact, I hated it. I liked the wig with the butterflies.
Yes.
But other than that, it was just like I did not care for the silhouette. No. And it's just like that was more to me like an outdoor foresty wilderness theme, not necessarily camouflage.
Like I understand what she was doing because nature they tend to camouflage.
Like she's trying to camouflage with nature, not necessarily like army fatigue. But it just wasn't for me.
It was. I thought. Yeah, I was getting very much. Groot. I don't know if you remember Raja O'Hara's Farm to Runway look with the damn
yes
the burlap pants.
Yes.
And that's what I'm giving. That's what I'm getting is like a sister to that look.
Yeah. I didn't really like the pants either because I don't know if the slit was too high up or something, but the way that they were moving with the shoes, I didn't really like it.
Yeah, Blaire's runway this season has been very iffy every single week.
Yeah, very hit or miss.
And here comes Shay with this blue fatigue, and I lived for it. I thought it was absolutely amazing.
It was. Oh, something that I thought was so funny is on the pit stop, they were like, I don't know why these girls keep packing these things that will take up a whole suitcase. Like, Shay, I know that watering can took up a whole suitcase. Like, I lived for the look. I loved it. It was so cute. But girl, unless that watering can like unfold and it's paper and lay flat, girl, I would not be taking up a whole suitcase for it. I know that.
Hell no. Like Gigi Good last season with those damn helmets.
With 9 helmets. Girl, come on. And every look was stunning. But I just don't know if I would have all these helmets taking up room for outfits. I don't think I would
How
do
would
that.
you pack for RuPaul's Drag
How the
Race?
hell I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Because I know you need like a good 50 to like 60 looks or something. Like,
Right.
how the hell am I supposed to pack for that?
And I think it's only like 5 suitcase minimum. So Gigi Good literally had 1 suitcase full of helmets.
And you know what else is
Like,
funny though? Did you see Angina leave with that fat ass? What she had, like a fat ass crate of clothes? I was like,
I know, yeah. It would be crazy packing for Drag Race. Like literally 60 looks, if not more.
and
Just to be on the safe side.
And they all have to be like decent.
Right. It's like luxurious gowns and stuff. It's not all bodysuits because then that would be easy.
Oh, then you get red for it. Don't wear a bodysuit.
Right. So.
So, yeah, Shay ate it up. I loved it. Alexis Mateo comes out in this white winter wonderland.
So at first I was like, girl, where is the camouflage? But then I was like, oh, after she said it, she was like, Hunter's camouflage. I was like, okay, I get it now. Like, of course, girl, black people aren't going to know what Hunter's camouflage are. We don't do that shit.
No.
So I'm like, where is the camouflage? Like, I was so confused. But then when she said it and I actually saw the whole look, I was like, oh, okay. And then at that point, I lived for it. I was like, so different from Army Fatigue. I loved it.
Yes, it was gorgeous. It also could have fit right in with last season's Frozen theme.
Yes, it could have. It definitely could have. That's what I thought of at first. And I'm like, girl, where is the camouflage? Like, I didn't understand at all. But then when I realized, I was like, oh, actually, I'm really living for this. Like, no other girl thought to do that. And I was like, I was living.
Alexis had been serving some good runways.
What is going on with the audio?
So next is Mayhem Miller, and I think it was a chop.
Boo. Boo. It was, come on, girl. First of all, at this point, I can't stand bodysuits. I'm over it. We are on All-Stars 5. Why are we still wearing bodysuits? Like, been done with it. Been over it. Plus, another thing, and this is just me personally, I don't really care for camouflage when it's mixed with pink. I don't really like that. That's me personally. So it was a boot.
It's either give me pink or don't include the green. Like, I don't want none of that green with it.
If you're gonna do pink camouflage, do all pink. Do like a light and a dark pink camouflage. Yeah. Don't do the green mixed with the pink. I absolutely hate that. It was a boot.
It was a boot, and I hated the wig.
Oh, well, and that's another thing about Mayhem. The wigs are very hit or miss for me. Like, you can get one good wig out of 4 episodes for me because some of them other wigs is just like, girl, no. And even if the wig is good, it won't go with the outfit. So
yes, like what you were wearing red with pink.
Right. Like, why are you wearing that wig? At that point, you should have just put the damn wig on you had on from the challenge.
Right. I don't get it. Finally is India Ferrah. And I kind of like this.
Yeah. I was like, okay, it was cute. It was a cute concept, but it wasn't my favorite.
I feel like the makeup was a bit harsh.
It was. And you know what? I think the judges actually liked it. They were like, it's different for you. I liked the black lipstick with the leather. That I like. The eye makeup was a little too harsh for me.
Yes.
The black lipstick went perfect, but other than that,
I didn't care for any of the makeup. But once again, India Ferrah knows how to turn out an outfit.
Mm-hmm.
She's been in the bottom every single week, but every single week she will be stomping down that damn runway in an outfit. Yep. Okay, yep. I loved India Ferrah's whole entire thing that she got going on, and if she redeemed anything, she redeemed the fact that she's a fashion queen.
Period.
Yes.
But one thing though, I don't know if I like the wig. Maybe if it was a different color, I don't know if I like the wig. I like the slick back look, but maybe I just don't like the red with the camouflage.
All of them were wearing red this week. I don't get it.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what that was about. So I don't know who got the memo about wearing the red wigs with the camo, but it's a no for me.
So we get to the judging, and I thought that this whole episode to me was kind of weird. Like, it just had this weird feeling to it. So first, Blaire and Shay, they're safe.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like there was enough girls for them just to critique everybody.
I know. I kind of hate that at the beginning of the season that not everybody gets the critiques. Like, if you're safe, you can just go. I kind of want to hear the critiques of everybody, both good and bad.
Yes.
So I kind of don't like that about at the beginning of the season that only the girls that are either in the top or the bottom are getting critiqued.
Yes. So Juju is at the top. They said Juju was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
Don't
Juju.
mind my dad walking in the background.
I think Juju was really, really good, but I don't know. I feel like the runway was a little bit off. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
you really don't like all the red. I think that's what's turning you off.
Maybe that's what
I think
it
that
is.
I think that if the wig would have been a different color, it would have been like, if it would have been a nice brunette, I would have really lived for it. But I think the red was too much. I think all the accessories being red and the red lips was perfect. But the wig just took it overboard.
Okay, I agree. There you go. Yep, you just hit the nail right
there
on
it
the head. Alexis, they told Alexis that she needs to listen to her partner, which I agree.
Yep,
Mayhem, they told Mayhem that she started off strong, and when it got to critiquing her outfit, she had a little bit of an attitude.
Yeah, she did.
And I was like, okay, I can understand why she was mad, but I just don't like the fact that whenever a queen is like feeling some type of way because they're being critiqued over and over again, that they felt the need to like point it out. So Michelle, you could have kept that comment to yourself.
Yeah, she definitely had an attitude, and then when they called her out on it, she was like, "No, I'm fine." They always do that. Like, girl, if you had one, you had one. It's okay.
Yeah, just say you had an attitude once you get called out on it.
Right. And it's not our fault that the outfit wasn't stunning. Sorry. Like, I don't know what you want us to tell you.
And India, they said she was iffy. So if it wasn't as
what else is new?
So if it wasn't as clear as day, India and Mayhem are in the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, I knew that 100%. I knew that for certain.
And Miss Cracker,
literally, they struggled in the challenge together. Yep. They struggled on the runway together. Yep. So you know how sometimes we're like, oh, one queen did good in this, but bad in this. No, you guys struggled in both aspects. So in the bottom it is.
And been struggling this whole entire season. So
right. So yeah.
So yep. So they were in the bottom. Cracker is the winner of this week, which I agree. I think that she was the most entertaining out of the bunch.
Yeah, I think so too.
So good for Miss Cracker.
Mm-hmm. I guess I don't know if I agree for her having the best runway. What do you think?
No, I thought it was just decent. The best runway, I would say probably Alexis.
Oh, really? I would say
I really liked. I did like Juju's a lot. I just didn't like that red wig. You broke it down for me.
Yeah.
Just didn't care for that red wig. But
you know what? I think I would say Alexis too because hers was so different from everybody else.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say that too.
Yes, and I think I would like Blaire if Blaire's was a different, like if the theme was nature.
Right. If it was a wilderness theme, she would have ate it up. But camouflage for me, yes, I understand. Like we said, it was nature camouflage, but no. Maybe if it was a wilderness theme, then we'll see it. But other than that, it's not it for me.
Yep. So then they get back, and Cracker has to do her thing where she talks to the girls who are in the bottom. Mayhem doesn't believe that she should be in the bottom. I'm like, well, girl, you're fucking delusional.
I don't know why these girls continue to say that. Like, I thought I did so good. Girl. Because India said it too, I think. And it's like, they both were like, well, I didn't think I was going to be in the bottom. Well, girl, who was going to be?
Well, India thought that that was her best week. And I was like,
well, according to her track record, was it in actuality? Because you had one line last week.
Yep.
The week before that, I don't even remember what the challenge was, but I'm sure you struggled in that one too. So
yep.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
So Mayhem doesn't want to really be talking to Cracker because,
of course, because they have their stuff.
Exactly. And I just find it so funny that once again, Mayhem having to deal with Cracker, just in case she gets eliminated.
Mm-hmm. Right. And it's just like, honestly, it's like when queens get put in the bottom, and the person that's in charge of them going, they have drama with, girl, just pack your bag. Like, she's not saving you. Even though Cracker was like, well, I'm just gonna, play, whatever Cracker had said to her, it was bullshit. Girl, you're sending her home, like, at the end of the day. So,
yep,
it is what it is.
So we get to the lip sync assassin.
Mm-hmm.
And the lip sync assassin for this week is Morgan McMichaels. And I said, what in the Drag Race graveyard?
Yep. they're digging them up at this point.
Which I live for it. But I was like, Morgan.
Right.
Because Morgan, she's a good lip syncer, but she wasn't known as like a lip sync assassin.
Right. But we've also been saying that there's only 3 or 4 that are actually like true assassins. So at this point, they're just going to bring people back that have won maybe like 2 or 3 lip syncs. At this point, they're going to qualify because Monet Exchange is not a lip sync assassin.
No.
I mean, I love my girl Monet, but she's not a lip sync assassin. So
no. She's just been in too many damn lip syncs.
Right. And she has won the lip syncs that she was in for the most part. But so at that point, that's probably why they're like, okay, any girl that wins a good amount of lip syncs is going to be qualified to come back.
Yeah.
As the assassin.
And what I thought was so funny was when her name popped up and it says season 3. The bitch is from season 2.
See how RuPaul don't even know when these queens are from? She be looking like, now who is that on the stage again? Michelle, remind me.
I was like, yeah, that intern is going to get fired for that.
Yep.
And so they perform Where Have You Been? First off, Miss Cracker looks good.
Stunning. That was like a Frozen look. And I was living for it. Stunning. I love the contacts. Sometimes I get really turned off when queens put on contacts.
Yeah.
If it just doesn't like look right.
Mm-hmm.
Stunning.
She looked good. She looked so good. But Morgan looked beat, bitch. Morgan looked amazing.
Oh, definitely.
Oh my gosh. Morgan looked so good. So then they perform Where Have You Been by Rihanna.
I'm kind of, what do we think about that song as a lip sync song? I guess it's okay.
I feel like if you're in a club, it'll go off.
Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah. So I guess they just got to pull out their club moves if that's the case.
Which is what they did. I feel like they did.
Right, yeah.
I feel like the lip sync, they turned it out.
They did. They both did.
So, yeah, I thought it was pretty even. I thought Morgan was more funny, more comical.
Yeah, me too. So I thought that she was going to win, but...
Yeah, so what she did, she won that lip sync, but also Cracker won the lip sync.
Right, they both won. Yeah, but then that's another thing about RuPaul. If he decides that both the queens are going to win, then they're both going to win. They both really did good, though. But in my mind, I wasn't thinking that it was going to be a double win.
No,
so
I think Morgan won.
Like, yeah, that's how I was thinking.
But they both went, and RuPaul says, "Well, this means that 2 girls could be going home tonight." And I was like, you know what? Might as well just get them both the fuck up out of here at this point.
Right. At this point, India been in the bottom.
Yep.
Mayhem been struggling. Send both of these hoes home.
Yep. But unfortunately, it is Mayhem that goes home. And this is how I know her elimination was planned. Because Mayhem and Morgan are like sisters.
I know, yeah. And that's what she said when she saw like who came out. So it was just like, she was like, awkward, I'm in the bottom. And Morgan is the one that's lip syncing that's going to determine my fate. But first of all, I would be like pissed if I saw that both the top queen and all the other queens voted for me too. It wasn't even, I don't even think anybody voted for India, did they?
I don't think so.
And that's like, girl, everybody wants you going. Like, that was not a shred of hope.
Well, Shay was like, well, bitch, you voted for me, so you're out.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen 100%. Like, but I'm honestly surprised that they didn't send India home since she's been in the bottom every week.
She's hanging on by a thread. And also, this is the longest she's ever lasted on RuPaul's Drag Race. She lasted 4 episodes in season 3. Now she's lasting at least 5. I think she's going home next week.
Yeah, at next week, they're going to be like, okay, we let her have her fun. But that's it. Because at this point, she's going to be in the bottom again. You've been in the bottom every episode.
Yeah. So
at that point, girl, just send her home. Stop saving her. And the girls that were going to be saving her, like Mariah and stuff, they're already gone. Yep. So Sorry, sweetie.
Your time is up.
Yep.
So yeah, Cracker wins. Cracker won $20,000 too.
Right, yeah, because it rolled over from last week.
Period.
And then you know what had me shook? Because I didn't think that Cracker was going to win at first. I was like, the next queen is winning $30,000. They said, we ain't giving a queen that. Both of y'all hoes won. They said, we're not doing that.
Nope.
That's why both of y'all hoes are going to win. But I was shook. I'm like, the next queen that wins is getting $30,000. But they said, no, sorry to break it to you. You're going to get your 20 and we're starting back at 10 next week.
I'm screaming. But imagine going, to be honest, if I would have won $30,000, I was like, well, fuck it, I quit. I already won.
Right. Y'all might as well send my ass home at this point. Y'all can send me home next week. I got my check. At that point.
Hopefully it's not taxed.
Hopefully not. Because, come on now. Hopefully not. Send me my check and let me be on my way.
Right. Send me my check from your bank account, Rupaul.
Right. Don't be trying to do all this Wow of Wonder production stuff because then they're going to be taking all these taxes out and I don't got time.
Right. Send it
So send it directly from your account and then I'll be on my way.
Exactly. Cash App it, bitch.
Right. Might as well.
Because I know RuPaul got the coin. I don't understand this whole...
Definitely.
Is this supposed to be like a legal thing? Because I could still file my taxes.
Right. I don't know.
The Cash App coin.
I don't know.
Whatever. But yeah, next week will be Snatch Game. I'm expecting India to go home.
Oh, definitely.
And that's just that. Also, I'm happy Mayhem left before Snatch Game because it would have been...
It would have really been a shit show. It would have. We thought this week was. Oh no, that would have been, because then the queens always pick people that they cannot pull off. Like that person might be funny, but you have to know literally every single thing about them. If you try to go off their 2 one-liner jokes, it's gonna fall apart. Especially because it's not the simple fact of just like saying everything that they say that's funny. Like you have to answer a question. So if you're just trying to use their little wacky thing that they say, and it has nothing to do with the question, RuPaul's just going to be looking like, okay, moving on. Like, come on.
There you go. So, yep, that's it for this episode. There really wasn't much.
Yeah, it wasn't too much drama this week.
Wasn't too much drama, but I'm expecting a good amount for next week because of this damn Snatch Game. It's always a good episode with Snatch Game. Mm-hmm. So, yep, that's it. And we will see y'all next week.
Bye.